Hi, in this video you will learn how to create an IVR in less than 1 minute using our functional block interactive menu inside Voximplant Kit. Let's build like a pro! As you already know, Voximplant Kit allows you to create an omnichannel queue with no code, and this is done in minutes, not months. So what does the interactive menu box do? The interactive menu functional box allows you to create a voice recognition IVR and DTMF tones in seconds. You can use a synthetic voice from our providers or upload your own pre-recorded audios to guide your users through the options. Okay, so how do you make an IVR in Voximplant Kit? First, you have to insert the interactive menu block inside the scenario. You connect the ports and you open it. First, you have to select between using voice synthesis or using a pre-recorded audio. We are going to use a voice synthesis. Then you have to select your voice provider. You can select one of our providers from the drop-down menu. In this case, we're going to choose Microsoft. And we are going to choose Guy voice, which is a neural voice. Okay, we're going to change this. This is an IVR for Voxbank. How can I help you? Okay, then in replace, we're going to select how many times do we want to allow our IVR to repeat the instruction if we didn't got any answer. We could do this 1, 2, or 3 times. In this case, we're going to do it just once, and I'm going to actually copy the message. You can say what we can say. I
want to check my balance. Or make a transfer.
You can say, I want to check my balance, or press 1.
Or say, make a transfer, or press 2.
Let's save this. In input settings, you can select voice, keyword, which will be recognizing the DTMF tones in the call, or both, which will allow your users to respond with voice or with the tones. In this case, we have to select the recognition language that we are going to use for the voice recognition. You can also select from the drop-down list our speech recognition providers. We're going to save this, and we are going to add the response for our port 1, which will be balance, right? We select the DTMF tone 1, and we put the keywords. Let's just put that. And for the transfer, we're going to add a new response, change the name of the port. That will be transfer now. We select the DTMF tone number 2, and we put the keywords. Discount. You know, there are similar terms that could refer to the same thing. You save it, and we can change the name of our box. When we close it, now we will have a fail port that will be triggered if we don't recognize, after 1 replay, we still don't recognize the answer of our customer. If that happens, we will go through the fail port. If that doesn't happen and we do recognize one of the responses of our customer, we will go through these ports. So balance, if the person asks for the balance, we could create another IVR for the balance level, right? And we could do the same for the transfer money. So we're going to have another IVR here, and for the transfer, we're just going to make an HTTP request. So that could be a complete scenario. I publish. Okay, let's listen to our IVR.
Hello. This is an IVR for Voxbank. How can I help you?
Yes, I want to check my balance.
Okay, I see that you want to check the balance of your checking or savings account.
Oh, I prefer making a transfer.
via.
If you want to know how to connect your own phone numbers or the phone numbers that you purchase in Voximplant Kit, check this video. To allow your users to interrupt your conversational bot with their response, you must set the start recognition option to offset from the start so that you can deliver the message to the customer. And while the bot is speaking, allow the customer to respond by interrupting the bot's voice. To do this, you need to measure the time needed for your bot to speak the main part of the message to be heard by your customer. Speak to the rhythm of the chosen synthetic voice and check how many seconds it takes you to speak all the selected text. This is the amount of seconds you must include in the offset from the start to ensure that the bot always gives the complete instruction. Otherwise, Voximplant Kit could identify other sounds coming from the microphone of your user as a possible response, and this might stop the playback of the voice synthesis or the recording you have used. Correctly configuring the recognition times of your IVR block will make your conversational agent much more natural and allow for smoother conversations with your customers. Voximplant handles one of the lowest recognition latency times in the market thanks to our decentralized serverless architecture in multiple private clouds. You can customize the name and appearance of the functional blocks in Voximplant Kit. To change the color, right-click on the block and select the color. To change the name, go to the block configuration. My recommendation is that you use the same color as the block type, so it will be easy for you to navigate your scenarios when they are very large, or identify critical paths within your decision trees. How to repeat the information if the answer was not understood or was wrong? Sometimes the interactive menu block may not understand your customer's answer, or the answer it's saying does not match any of the options provided by you in the output port section of the block. First, make sure you have the correct recognition time setting to set a time to listen to your client's response. Remember that people tend to speak before their interlocutor has finished. Secondly, you should check that you have all the possible options in your recognition box, where keywords should be used and should not be repeated between the output ports, as this may cause a strange option recognition behavior. Finally, make sure that the spelling and accents are correct for the language you have selected. Most of the AI models that our synthetic voice providers use are sensitive to the accents and spelling of the written language in order to make a proper synthesis of the words. Handling bad grammar or spelling could cause a major impression of a poor quality robotic voice due to the intonation errors caused by misspelling. In case you have verified that the ports and the recognition times have no errors, you should think about the logic to deal with fail cases, in which the answer is not understood after repeating the selected times the instruction of your interactive menu IVR block. As a good practice, in case of failure, you can return the user to another simpler question box, or you can direct the call to a human agent in the Voximplant Kit omnichannel queue. Using an external PBX via SIP or PSTN call is easily done in the Voximplant Kit call forwarding block. In short, you are the owner of the logic of your scenario. Write to us in a comment if there is a logic or integration that you cannot implement, and we will help you make it work. To achieve an optimal recognition of the options, it is recommended to use speech recognition together with DTMF tone recognition. This is so that when repeating the instruction before a fail, it is easier for the user to understand the possible recommended options of your decision flow. It is also important that you add the terms related to the client's actions. Think in the context of keywords that are related to the intent of each port. You should have clearly different actions for each port of your IVR and try to have as few of them as possible. You can also create ports to address requirements that, although not explained by your instruction, are relevant to your business. This allows your customers to jump directly to the option they are interested in. This can be achieved by connecting all interactive menus together or duplicating them using Ctrl-G or Command-D in Mac, or using the right-click menu of any functional block in the Voximplant Kit editor. Our synthetic voices embedded in Voximplant Kit allow special functions to make your conversational bots more natural. You simply open in a tab the documentation of the synthetic voice engine you have chosen, and after using the syntax required by the selected voice provider, you can make use of these functionalities to do things like pronounce a word in a different language than the selected one, or to do a spelling of a word instead of reading it normally. This synthetic voice configuration is in SSML format, and is a standard format for synthetic voices, although with variations between each manufacturer. In order to save your responses and analyze them after each call, it is important to record them. To do this, you can check the data modification and data verification video. so you can learn how to save your customer's answer and how to create a logic from it. If you need any help with your scenarios, do not hesitate to contact us. You can write to us at voximplant.com in the chat button to get in touch with our CX consultants who are ready to help you build like a pro. Log into Voximplant Kit and create your free Voximplant Kit account today and start unifying your communications in one place. Build like a pro with Voximplant Kit. Bye.